popular diner that has been closed since the start of the pandemic is getting ready to reopen its doors. Studio Diner in Kearny Mesa is a favorite among San Diegans and tourists. CBS 8's Abby Alford shares how they survived the cutting room floor and their premiere next week.
We're inside Studio Diner, a San Diego classic, but during the pandemic, they had to cut service. Now, nearly 2 years later, the kitchen is getting ready to roll again to open its doors in just a few days.
When you drive by Studio Diner on Ruffin Road in Kearny Mesa, the lot would be filled with cars and inside it was stuffed with diners. But for the past 2 years, the chairs were put up and the tables have been empty. But today, the cooks are greasing their wheels.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I'm bouncing off the walls, you know.
Chef John Leonard leads the kitchen crew and says while on a 2-year hiatus during the pandemic, he cooked up some new ideas to elevate your typical diner food.
We brought in like new different types of meats. We make our own meats here now, like brisket and corned beef and short rib.
While the sequel will have its classics such as clams and lobster rolls flown in from Maine, you'll notice that the menu is more elevated diner and healthy choices such as avocado toast.
It's more quality driven, more homemade driven like a diner should be, and it gives great quality to the people out front.
Studio Diner was going to start a new season last year. Diners were salivating for their meatloaf, but they feared that they'd have to close again. Now, they didn't have to pay rent and they had a production company to help pay the bills, so they waited.
And we're lucky enough that it's on our land to not have to do that. So we just wanted to be patient, and then at the right time, we wanted to reopen and made sure we stayed open.
Corey Siegel is the co-owner and the son of East Coast producer Stu Siegel, who likes to remain behind the scenes.
The Studio Diner is a blockbuster hit.
We dug through the CBS 8 archives when the late Larry Hamill featured Studio Diner when it opened in 2003, just on the edge of Stu Siegel Productions. It's in Hollywood meets East Coast Deli.
And they've got Eunuch.
Since then, Food Network's Guy Fieri from Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives has dropped by and put them on the map.
Yeah, meatloaf's my favorite.
Friday will be Studio Diner's pilot with their friends and family, and the premiere next week.
I grew up here. I'm glad to have my family come back here. I'm glad to have my friends come back here and the community.
Set your alarm. Studio Diner will officially reopen to the public Monday at 6 a.m.